Forgive me for
lost
the
files.
ignorance, but you know, a lot.
Yes.
I hear
So
stuff with that.
some
That's
people,
wild.
yes, to answer your question, some people on the list we don't have logs for them flying to the island. So they may have used Jeffrey Epstein for a social connection.
Okay.
So like maybe like a mayor from another state, probably from like Arkansas, used Jeffrey Epstein because he was politically involved. He knew some president, and they would like use his association, but didn't know what he was doing behind the scenes. So yes, it is true that there are some people that kind of like just by association got involved into this, but we could weave those people out. I think the bigger question is, where's the video evidence? There was apparently a lot of recordings and things like that, not of Jeffrey Epstein killing himself in a jail, which should have been obviously recorded. Let's not even talk about the time lapse there. Like, there's time lapse missing from the moment Jeffrey Epstein was allegedly killed to the moment of when security guards came in. And it's like, that time lapse of moment can give anybody enough time for you to exit the building. We're talking 2-3 minutes. That's enough time for you to exit the building if it's corroborated by law enforcement.
Yeah, but you know that's that gets you into, I don't want to say the weeds, but yeah, it gets you into the weeds there because now you got to figure that time lapse. You know who was involved. If it was someone that was corroborated, it was probably someone obviously within the jail.
You know what they did? They blamed it on the cameras. We can't control the technology. The technology just had a time lapse.
But in this, honestly, I think we're in this digital world now where, like, when it comes to technology going out for that long of a time period, that's when we got to start figuring it's not a technology issue. It's more of a user error. So obviously someone in the building either knew what was going on, was part of it, cut the footage, crop the footage. I mean, we work in this technological world where there's some people that have a job that can do something to a world that you probably don't even know, erase files and probably erase the erased files. So I'm not saying that's what happened, but that is the other side of the coin if you kind of look at it. There's so many things that could have partake with that.
It's a crazy situation, bro. Again, like I said, it's 3 million documents. I'm not gonna be able to go through all that.
3 million documents. Y'all ready to be here for a couple of days with us?
Yeah, the weeks, bro. By the time you go through it, you'll forget. Like, it's crazy. Your brain can't just remember all of that. You'll forget your brother's name by the time you go through 3 million.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I really haven't, I guess, dived too much into it or like read into it. And I'm sure because I'm speaking of it now, it's probably gonna pop up on my feed and which it has already, which is the thing, because that's why I say it's touched so many different parts of not just the world, but different parts of like the workforce, the television, whether it's sports, entertainment, anything. He's touched every part. He's everywhere. So it's hard not to see it at this point, which is why we had it in here to talk about. But it is kind of alarming because it's nationwide, it's worldwide at this point. Like it's scary because you figure you go into a private island. Now you figure, all right, well, if you're flying there, with the travel path had to be by somebody.
Well, you're there hanging out on a plane with Chris Rock and Will Smith, and you're not gonna ask. You're seeing all these high celebrity names going on the same plane.
But what I'm thinking is too is like
it's a pedo bus.
This island that you're going to, like, to understand to fly a plane, you can't just fly a plane into the air unless you're doing
These guys are used to it. They're rich. They're like it's like a bus.
That's not what I'm getting at. I'm not getting at the money thing. I'm getting a little more to the deeper cause of it. Is that you got your celebrities that are involved with it, and maybe even some rappers, maybe even some political people in there involved as well. But what I'm talking about is more so like now where could be even, dare I say it, government officials into it too, because you're flying a plane. Who's logging this plane? How is no one seeing that this plane is going to this island? And why is this plane going to this island so often? What's going on at this island?
So and we could move forward from.
I mean, they're always in everyone's business, so it's shocking something like this goes on.
But you brought up a good point, and actually from there we can pivot off the Jeffrey Epstein thing because we can go down so much rabbit holes.
We can get down there for sure.
The government called it a mystery box. So Jeffrey Epstein's situation, every president that's ever seen his situation,
that's a Pandora's box.
That's what they called it, a Pandora's box. And they said you don't want to open it because you don't know what's there. And after you open it, you can't close it.
Oh yeah, you can't close it. It's like these TV shows out there. Like, if you hide in some shit and you open up that can of worms, like You don't know what path you might lead down, or
So
what might come up.
that was the reason to explain as to why no one looked into Jeffrey Epstein prior and allowed him to get
That's
away
probably why it's
and
taking so
create so
long.
much momentum. He
It's probably
created a
one.
lot
It's
of
probably one of
momentum.
those things where every time they see a name or whatever, they're just like, oh shit, this name. All right, who's this person? All right, what did they do? All right, let's investigate, but like low key investigate, because if they find out we're investigating this person, everyone's gonna know we're investigating this person.